smartphone and really determine which battery lasts longer. So if you're interested in that, let's get right into this. Now, the first thing I want to mention is the battery size on these two smartphones. You're looking at a larger overall battery on the S6 Edge, about 2600 milliamp hours. On the standard S6, you're looking at about 2550 milliamp hours. So not much of a difference between those two. But in terms of the iPhone 6, you're looking at 1810 milliamp hours, and both batteries are unfortunately non-user accessible. Next, in terms of the charge time, the Apple iPhone 6 takes about 149 minutes to fully charge from 0 to 100%, versus the S6 is quite a bit quicker to charge because it's using Qualcomm's Quick Charge 2.0 technology. So it only took me about 68 minutes to go from 0 to 100% charge. One other thing to mention is that the Samsung also has wireless charging capabilities, so you can use a PMA or Qi wireless charging pad to charge up your phone, which is really handy and quite convenient. Now, the first thing that I did to test out the battery was just do a simple video playback test. I basically played a video on both smartphones using their native video player, set the brightness to about 50%, and just looped the video. And after about 9 hours 22 minutes, the iPhone ran out of juice, versus we got about 10 hours 33 minutes on our Samsung Galaxy S6 Edge. Now, to do a little bit more of a critical analysis of the battery performance, we're going to use a proper benchmarking software. We're going to use Geekbench 3, and importantly, to keep the variables as consistent as possible, we're going to take out the SIM cards on both phones so we have no networking interference. We're going to make sure that our Wi-Fi is off and no applications are running in the background. We're going to also set our brightness to its maximum setting on both smartphones. So let's go ahead and start the Geekbench 3 battery test and see which one comes out on top. And now, thanks to the magic of YouTube editing, we can basically see the results over here. Now, as you can see from the results, our iPhone lasted about 3 hours 46 minutes versus the Samsung lasted over 7 hours and 18 minutes. Incredible. This is probably one of the highest scores that I've ever encountered on this test. Now, keep in mind that this is not a real world definitive test on which phone will last longer. Really, battery life depends upon how you use the phone, what applications you use, and your user habits. And that being said, I like to share my personal results in terms of my day-to-day usage on each phone. And just to give you guys a little bit of background in terms of my personal smartphone behaviors, I use a lot of different apps, specifically Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I do also watch at least 2 to 3 hours of YouTube videos on the smartphone, and but most of the time the phone is inactive, and I pretty much check email and things like that every 15 to 20 minutes on a day-to-day basis. So based on my personal behavior, I got around 16 hours on average after a couple of days on the GS6 versus about 13 hours on average on the iPhone 6. So based on our battery performance tests and based on my personal usage tests, the GS6 is a clear winner in terms of battery performance. So if you're interested in seeing how it actually compares against the other big smartphones in the market, such as the iPhone 6 Plus or the HTC One M9, definitely check out our dedicated battery test videos that we've done on the channel. You can click right over here to go to those right now. But for this video, that's really it. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you later. Take care.